What's up everyone, OJ here, welcome back to another video. Today we've got some great Nintendo information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Fire Emblem Three Houses. So the latest addition to the Fire Emblem Three Houses expansion pass is now available for all users who have that to pick it up. If you've purchased the DLC, you can get your hands on this brand spanking new Sodis Regalia outfit. It allows you to equip the Byleth, female or male, with a Sodis inspired outfit herself. So it's actually pretty cool, but I'll be honest here, the male Byleth outfit looks bad. It looks really bad. I don't like it at all. However, the female version of Byleth, it actually looks pretty good. Changes the hair and everything too, so it looks great. And I'll be honest here, I didn't expect them to do something like this with the expansion pass DLC, so I like that. And remember, we still have the new expansion story that's going to be coming early next year or spring next year. So there's still a lot of great content coming to Fire Emblem Three Houses. The game has a massive story that you can engage in with the Golden Deer, Black Eagles, and Blue Lions. So there's plenty of reasons to boot back up Fire Emblem Three Houses and play more of the game. There will be more additional content, more playable characters, more locations, and everything released by April 30th, 2020. So that is the deadline for all of that content. And it's cool to get these nice little updates with new outfits in order to kind of spruce up your gameplay and kind of what you see visually and everything. So what are you guys' thoughts on Fire Emblem Three Houses, this Sodis Regalia outfit? I know I'm gonna check it out. I have been playing through the Golden Deer, haven't put a ton of time into it, but I did New Game Plus Golden Deer, so that's gonna be my second playthrough. Beat the Black Eagles, did a review on the game. Obviously, I absolutely love the game. Shout outs to Nintendo once again for the review code, but I bought like 10 copies of the game myself, so it is what it is there. But I'm very happy with what they did with Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I'm so excited for the future of this franchise, getting more of this DLC. This really is a phenomenal game, and I'm so happy that so many gamers went out there and picked this one up. This is pretty much the best-selling Fire Emblem game of all time. Probably over 3 million units at this point, or very close to it. So very happy with the game in terms of the content, happy with the sales, and they're just going to continue on as we head into 2020 and that brand new expansion pass. So what are your thoughts on all of this here when it comes to Fire Emblem Three Houses? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, we've got some Luigi's Mansion 3 DLC that is lighting up the game in 2020. So Nintendo has shared the first details on the multiplayer DLC for Luigi's Mansion 3. The DLC was first confirmed back in December, so it's been a while since we got the confirmation there's going to be DLC, but it's going to be coming early 2020. So Nintendo is planning two different parts of the Luigi's Mansion 3 multiplayer pack. The first part is releasing on April 30th, 2020, followed by the second part by July 31st, 2020, and the pricing is solidly set at $9.99. You can only buy it in that set. You can't buy them separate for like $4.99 or something like that. It's got to be both for the $9.99. So here is some more information on this, because this DLC is actually pretty crazy. So just when you thought it was safe to get a night's rest, duty beckons as waves of new ghosts and mini games arrive as paid downloadable content for the Luigi's Mansion 3 game on the Nintendo Switch system. With two new expansions planned for 2020, there's never been a better time to gear up for more ghost hunting. The Luigi's Mansion 3 multiplayer pack includes both Part 1 and Part 2, which will not be available for individual purchase and can be pre-purchased starting now for $9.99 in Nintendo eShop on Nintendo Switch. Luigi's Mansion 3 multiplayer pack 1 will arrive by April 30th, 2020. The DLC includes 3 new mini games for the multiplayer Scream Park mode. It also introduces 3 new outfits for Luigi with matching floor themes and themed ghosts in the cooperative Scare Scraper mode. And as a special bonus for those who purchase the DLC, players will receive an in-game Polterpup light called the Flashlight Type P. Players can use this during story mode or in Scare Scraper. Luigi's Mansion 3 Multiplayer Pack Part 2 will launch by July 31st, 2020 with additional content and features for both Scream Park and Scare Scraper modes. There will be 3 more new mini-games for Scream Park mode, which is the local mode in the game, as well as 3 new Scare Scraper outfits with matching floor themes and themed ghosts. So this is actually pretty cool, because if you go into like the Scare Scraper, it's all just like different colored Luigi's running around, but actually having this DLC will kind of make it pretty different, right? Because these outfits are really different than what you have before. So it's cool that they're adding new outfits to differentiate things, adding new ghosts in there, because some of the ghosts do get kind of repetitive with what you're doing there. So new ghosts, new themes, new content, the new flashlight thing, new mini game modes for the local multiplayer. So I like this, and I think that the price isn't going to be too bad for what you're getting here. Not the biggest Luigi's Mansion multiplayer fan myself. I don't have anybody to play local with, and the online is cool, but not necessarily my thing. But it's really cool for those who are into Luigi's Mansion, because there is replay content with the multiplayer in the game. So what are you guys' thoughts when it comes to this Luigi's Mansion DLC Pack 1 and 2? You guys planning on picking this one up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, we have some big sales news for Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age, and also the Nintendo Switch version too, because this kind of encompasses all the different versions of the game all into one when it comes to sales. So total worldwide shipments and digital sales for Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age and Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition have surpassed 5.5 million units, Square Enix has announced. Quote, I strongly believe that this figure has only been achieved thanks to our fans who have always loved the Dragon Quest series, and also the new players who discovered Dragon Quest or JRPGs through this title. Dragon Quest series creator and game designer Yuji Horii said in a press release, if I could ever go back in time to meet myself when I was still making the very first Dragon Quest, I would love to tell him, in 30 years time, Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age has been released and loved by international fans beyond seas and languages. I will carry on doing my very best to deliver further Dragon Quest titles to our fans worldwide. Thank you very much to all the fans who have enjoyed the title. Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age launched for the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo 3DS in Japan in July 2017, and for the PlayStation 4 and PC via Steam worldwide in September 2018. Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition launched for the Nintendo Switch worldwide in September 2019. So this is actually pretty good to see here. Most of these sales are from Japan, but even with that, it seems like 1 million plus of these sales are from the Western regions with Dragon Quest XI S on the Nintendo Switch. The 3DS version never came over, but if you include the PS4, the PC, and the Nintendo Switch version of the game, I think that it did a lot better than what we usually see for Dragon Quest. And of course, adding that Switch version was really good too. So I'm happy for the game. People are enjoying it. Obviously, Square Enix is making a ton of money off of this, because they actually make all of the money off of shipped units, because they ship it to the retailers, they sell it to them, so they get their money. So 5.5 million, especially with those 60 a pop for Dragon Quest XI S on the Nintendo Switch, they're making quite a bit, and I know that they're happy with it, or they wouldn't have announced these sales. If they weren't happy with how the game was doing, they wouldn't have announced it. So 5.5 million for this type of game is absolutely phenomenal, and it shows that worldwide people still do want traditional JRPGs out there. So I'm really happy for Dragon Quest. I know I purchased my own copy, and I'm really excited to see the future for this franchise. Heck, I purchased 2 copies. I purchased the PS4 version and I purchased the Nintendo Switch version of the game. So I'm really happy to see the future and what they're going to do, because I think Dragon Quest XI S is one of the best JRPGs that I've ever played. So what are you guys' thoughts on these sales here for Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, we have some more information on Falcom support for the Nintendo Switch going forward, in addition to Falcom working on a brand new in-house engine. So this was at a recent general meeting of shareholders. The Falcom president, Toshihiro Kondo, was asked about future plans for support with The Legend of Heroes, the newest one that's coming out next year, and other games as well, and also the Nintendo Switch. And here's what he had to say. So at least here's what first the reporter had to say. Quote, I have a question regarding platforms. There aren't any consoles specified in the announcement for The Legend of Heroes Hajimari no Kiseki, Trials of the Beginnings, so I'm wondering if maybe this will be a multi-platform release of sorts. The Ys and Trails series currently prioritize PlayStation, however the Nintendo Switch continues to sell well. Considering it will take time for the upcoming PlayStation 5 to build a healthy install base, what are your thoughts on expanding development to other platforms? Here's what Kondo had to say. Hajimari no Kiseki will launch next summer for the PlayStation 4. As for our approach to platforms, we've focused on PlayStation domestically, though there have been talks of the Nintendo Switch moving forward. With the continued sales abroad and domestically, we're receiving a lot of feedback from players everywhere saying we want to play on something other than PlayStation 4. With that in mind, we released Ys 8 on the Nintendo Switch with the help of another company. we also received a lot of inquiries on Steam overseas. In Japan, it seems like core gamers are focused on the PlayStation 4, but overseas there isn't that kind of barrier, and Nintendo Switch and PS4 are on the same level. Depending on the titles, I think the Nintendo Switch will continue to sell well, so we will continue to evaluate the market and collect data in determining our platforms. Now, aside from the previously released Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, Falcom is teaming up with NIS America to release The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3 for the Nintendo Switch next spring. Engine Software is handling the porting duties, and they did also state that they are working on a brand new in-house engine. What they usually use is that Sony engine that they got before for most of their games. It's the same engine that's also running on Dragon Quest Builders 2, but it seems like going forward they are going to build their own in-house engine and kind of put their games on that instead, so they can kind of tweak things to their own liking and what they want to do, and maybe have to not pay royalties on that engine for game sales. So this is a very interesting comment. I don't have too much more to add to what he had to say here outside of he's somewhat right with his evaluation, because he's basing it domestically on Ys 8 sales, because Ys 8 did not sell that great in Japan, but in the West, Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana on the Nintendo Switch actually outsold the other versions of the game. So it does kind of make sense to what he's saying here, but I think that if you look at the sales, you honestly can't deny it too much longer here. We got Trails of Cold Steel coming, so obviously he knows that he has to start getting games out on the Nintendo Switch. He's hearing that from the fans, but they're just very shrewd when it comes to their approach on this. But I think at some point they're going to get to where it's going to be day and date, because it is going to take some time for the PS5 to build a base, and PS4 sales are slowing down dramatically in Japan. People just aren't buying as many games as they used to buy on the PS4, and that's kind of shifting more over to the Nintendo Switch. So eventually they're going to have to jump on more on board, because the PS5 might even do a lot worse than the PS4 did in Japan. So we'll see how things are going forward, but I think eventually he's going to have to come over pretty much full go when it comes to support. But we'll have to wait and see on it. So what are you guys' thoughts on this when it comes to what the president of Falcom had to say here? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here. Gunvolt Chronicles Lumious Avenger adds some brand new DLC to the mix. So Inti Creates has announced the new DLC for Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger 9. Players can get their hands on the latest content sharing today. It's already there for you guys, right? New DLC features an extra mission along with an extra song. You can check out the official overview and trailer as you guys are seeing it right here. So brand new DLC content is coming to Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger 9. Take on the most extreme challenge in the game with a new boss encounter versus ? And listen to Lola's newest hit single in her brand new concert outfit. So pretty cool there. I still have to pick up this game. I have not played it yet. And remember, the DLC will be free till January 1st, 2020. So make sure you pick that up. There's only a couple more weeks there. After that, it will cost $1.99. So go pick up your free DLC, get the game. This is an awesome game from Inti Creates. If you like Mega Man and games like that, it's really cool. But yeah, I need to pick up the game. I still need to pick it up and play it. I do like the Gunvolt games on the Nintendo Switch. I have like the Striker Pack or whatever, and that was a ton of fun to go through those games. So I will get this game at some point. I will definitely have to pick it up. But this new DLC is really cool, and it's free for right now. So go ahead and pick it up. So what are you guys' thoughts when it comes to all the different topics that we shared here, from Fire Emblem, with Luigi's Mansion, Dragon Quest, the Falcom President, and also Gunvolt Chronicles? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.